Hey, what's up, y'all? So I just want to talk about a little bit about the certain things going on when you have to become a full-time music producer. A lot of people just see you in your room, just making beats, getting placements, and they be like, "Oh, that's all you have to do." Nah, you got to do a lot, and you're really a full-time entrepreneur for real. Then I have my own production company, and I help a lot of artists. But before I started, going full time, I had, a lot of jobs. My last job was at Comcast. I used to be a technician, and I was there for like 5 years. And during that time, you know, I had to climb on ladders. I had to freaking go under houses and connect cable. I had to go in basements. I had to like go into like different ceilings and run lines. It was a lot of work. I had to be on ladders, on power lines and all type of stuff. During COVID, it was a real, like, a lot of pressure from, I would feel like, the company and what they expected from their employees. The whole time I was just ready to bounce, like during the whole, I was really ready to bounce even before that. But I was like, man, like, I gotta figure out something, man. Like, cause I was getting these placements, engineers telling me to come to the studio and I can't come because I'm at work. I was missing out on like certain opportunities. It came to a point I was watching, a couple producers having the same story, talking about, I was working this job, I quit, and now I'm just producing like full time, you know what I'm saying? And I thought it was cool, but I just didn't know how to start, to do it like in a way where people would like, people would see and understand how, like, how to do it full time. It was just hard for me, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was like fear, honestly. It was probably like a little bit of fear, not knowing how to start and what that even meant. Is it just making beats all day and just having to beat stars? And I was just like, bro, like, I gotta figure out a way. So I was watching this YouTube video with this guy on DJ Payne. And actually, my wife told me about it. She was like, you gotta check this dude out. He got like your same story. And I was like, for real? So I'm watching it. He's just talking about how he had $1,000. He got kids. I ain't got no kids. He was like, he got kids, and he just quit his job and started producing. And, I thought it was cool. And then, during my time at work, I was getting like super OD, like kind of like depressed. There was a lot of stuff going on in my family, you know what I'm saying, during that time. And it was just a trial that I was going through for real, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, something got to shake. Something got to shake. And like, I came into work one day and I was just like, man, I gotta freaking leave. I was like, I gotta go. And came into work and I was like, man, this is my last day, and I freaking quit. And I told y'all, like, I had a lot of jobs. And came to a point where I had to just bounce and just take a leap of faith and be like, man, if this guy can do it, and I got placements with a whole bunch of major artists. And I just was like, man, like, it's like the jobs give you like a false sense of security, because what y'all don't realize is that you can get a song and the song does good, and say they give you $20,000 for the record, right? Or they give you $15,000. You can't survive off of that. You know what I'm saying? You got bills, you got all these different type of things. So it's like you got to continue getting placements. And what if the next placement don't come in 6 months from then? You got to wait a whole nother, every other quarter to get paid. That's what y'all don't realize. It's not like, oh, you getting paid like every single day. You getting paid quarterly. That's what I was worried about. I was like, man, I ain't trying to just get paid quarterly. I'm really trying to, do this where I can get paid all the time. And they got beat stars and all that. That's cool, but I just didn't understand the whole, payment thing fully, as a full-time music producer. But anyways, I quit. What's crazy is when I quit, I was there for 5 years, and like I feel like I didn't get really like, yo, appreciate you for working here and da 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 da. Like, I ain't get none of that for real. And I was like, really, like, dang, like, it's savage out here. You can give your life to, a company for 5 years and they don't even show appreciation. That's the reason why I had to leave, man. I was like, man, I gotta do something for myself, because this ain't it. And I was just like, man, I'm about to go crazy hard, like, because at the time I was already doing music for like 7 years, And I've gotten paid from labels. I've gotten paid from, artists. But I was like, okay, how long is this gonna last? I was always thinking like that. So that's why I just kept the job. And I left, and that first week was amazing. I was like, yeah, I don't gotta go back to work no more. I was happy as hell. And yeah, it was cool. And then reality hit, and it was like, okay, now I gotta come up with a plan. I gotta have a strategy, because if you don't have a plan and a strategy, for your business, because that's what you're a whole business owner now, you're gonna fail. You're gonna be going right back to work. I had to come up with a business. I had to come up with a business and yeah. What'd you say? Yeah, I'm recording something. Yeah. You had to come up with a business and really come up with a strategy, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. So I came up with a strategy, and it was honestly the best decision that I ever made in my life. I ain't gonna lie, because I took a chance on myself for real. I wasn't gonna be sitting here and, depending on another entity to support my life. You feel me? And it's not something everybody can do. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta be really built like this. You can't be scared for real. You gotta really have that faith in God, and you gotta have faith in yourself too. To say, yo, I can do this, because if not, it's just not gonna work. Everybody can't work for themselves. Everybody can't go outside and hunt the food. Excuse me. Everybody can't go outside and hunt the food and then bring it back. Everybody can't do that. In society, there's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5, but I feel like people are just comfortable with other people telling them when to wake up, when they're gonna get paid. It creates a fear of people not wanting to go chase their dreams. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks the creativity out of you. You be at work, you get home, and then you don't want to do nothing. You just want to chill and watch TV and eat food, and you're not trying to do much. You just trying to chill because you're tired. And then when it's time to be creative, it's you might go and make 1 or 2 beats or 3 beats, and then you're done. When these industry producers are doing freaking 10 beats, 15 beats in a day, sometimes. So it's something where it definitely changed my mindset on how, I was gonna operate and do things. So where was I at? So I quit my job, and I had to get a strategy. Me coming up, I've helped, artists get signed to labels, doing the beats and recording them, and just giving them all the industry game that I learned at being around artists, that were signed to these major labels. And I'm just a fly on the wall paying attention to what they was doing. I took all that information and gave it to these artists. I took a female artist from Scotland. She was just learning, working and everything. And everything I learned, I gave it to her. She got signed to Alamo. So I knew how to, do certain things as far as understanding the business and how it goes, but I just didn't understand how to apply it to myself. So I learned that content is key. I learned that you have to start talking more. You can't just be behind the screen. You gotta be really in front of the screen talking and telling people what you've done. That's super important. I just dropped another video before this one talking about, some of my upbringing or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a lot that comes with this. I'm trying to get used to doing these type of videos. A lot of times in this industry, a lot of artists will assume that you're always making music for free, and they'll be like, yo, send me this beat or send me that beat, and we'll never ask how much is the beat. We'll never ask, don't even think to ask you that. They just send me that. Local artists or sign don't matter. Some of them will get offended, but the reason why a lot of producers won't send you a beat for free is because you don't have any leverage. So I have leverage in the music industry, so I'm not just gonna be giving my beats out for free to anybody. And it's rare now, super duper rare now, because this is my full-time job. So if I just give everybody free beats, I'm not gonna make any money. The business aspect definitely came in, and just made me realize that I have to be confident in my music and know who I am and what I've done. And because a lot of people just expect things for free. And I think people expect things for free that just started doing music because they're not doing music as a full-time job. Once you have your own business, you realize it's about business. It's called the business of the music. It's called the music business, but I say the business of the music because if you don't understand the business of the music, you're gonna always expect everything to be handed to you, and you're just gonna have an expectation for everybody to give you something, and that's just not how it goes. Blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Like, I really lost jobs for this, bro. Like, I lost jobs, like trying to be a producer, like coming into work late, being in the studio. You know what I'm saying? People are like, yo, like, we gotta let you go. People I worked with passing away, dying, like not here no more. A lot of stuff, like, just going through like different emotions, like not believing in yourself, feeling like, damn, like my beat's dope too. Like, why ain't I'm not being seen? You know what I'm saying? But then you have people to go tell you like, nah, you work with this person, you work with that person. It's not that. It's just, I feel like when you're a creative, you always think about the next thing, your goals. But they don't know your own personal goals. They don't know that you trying to do this and trying to do that and trying to go higher. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be just, chase greatness for real. You only got this life. All the great ideas are in the grave. So you got to keep on going. But people don't realize that. They just like, oh, he worked with that person or da-da-da-da-da. But y'all don't see the behind closed doors. Y'all not seeing when the label's not paying you on time. Y'all not seeing when they trying to lowball you. You're not seeing when you did all this work and they trying to not credit you. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, you're not seeing when people are talking about you behind your back and saying certain things to discourage you. It's a lot that goes on with this, and people need to understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. But yeah, like, it definitely take a lot of like self-motivation. You can't be waiting for inspiration. You can't be waiting for people to say, you're doing a great job, you're so good, oh my gosh. Like, I don't live off of that. I live off of like, okay, I did that a year ago, or I did that 2 years, that's cool and all, but okay, what am I doing now? Because once you start living off your accomplishments and all that, that's when things start slowing down. That's when you don't got nothing going on, and you're just living off of praises. And I don't like living off of praises. I don't even like attention like that, because I just want to keep on working. I love music, I love music. And I love making music. It's like therapy to me, and I'm just blessed to be even able to like get paid from it. You know what I'm saying? Because these people don't gotta give me no money for my music, but they do, and I love that. Because this is to me, this is like a God-given gift for real. Music is spiritual because we're actually creating emotions. That's what we're doing. Another thing that I wanted to say is that like you got to make sure that you have the right people around you, because I've been doing this for 10 years and like I've been around a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of managers, a lot of executives, and you got to make sure that you're around the right people, because people will try to drag you, saying, oh, I'm gonna help you with this and I'm gonna help you with that. Because in the beginning, what I'm saying, it was just like a lot of that. They attached themselves to you wanting to do something or get to this person or get this placement or, an opportunity, and they know that, and they'll drag you. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for those type of people. People that just be talking too much. They just talk too much and they don't be doing nothing. And I never look for no handout. I never had a manager. Never had no manager. Never had no label behind me. I've been doing this junk by myself for 10 years, bro. 10 years. It's hard to just get one placement, let alone freaking 20, 30, 50, like 100. Like, come on, man. A lot of stuff that people don't realize that's going on. I just want to let y'all know that don't fall for it, because it will waste a lot of time. People saying, oh, I know this person and I know that person and I can help you with this. If they don't execute, then it's cap. They just want to be around you for some reason. They just want to steal your energy for some reason. I don't know why. Like, everybody that I ever helped, what I said I was going to do, I did. I never just said, oh, I'm going to help you with this and I'm going to help you with that, and then never do nothing. I never did that, So you got to watch out for that. And there's some people that genuinely want to help you, but it's just the wrong time. There'll be a lot of different things going on. As a music producer, got to have your mind on straight. You got to know your vision, your goal, and what you're trying to do. And you can't get like OD involved into the hype, because it'd be a lot of hype. You get a placement and people be like, oh my gosh, I love that song. And you're just sitting there in that song. And then when the song dies down, you're not grinding because you just got stuck in that moment. Music is about moments, and it's about connecting with the right people and standing on business. Don't let these people take advantage of y'all. Y'all be letting people take advantage of y'all just because they got a name. Nah, stand on business so people can respect you. You feel me? If you're like a new producer and you don't got nothing going on and you get your first placement, don't be OD like greedy, like just let it rock. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no placements, let it rock, because in this industry you gotta pay your dues. And I feel like in this time, people don't want to pay their dues. They just want to be sitting around and just like leeching off of other people, and they don't want to do no grinding. They don't want to have no suffering. They just want to just like, oh, like, yo, can I send this and can I send that? But don't want to do nothing, no work themselves. Y'all not getting in your car, you know, going to work, grinding, going in the studio, leaving mad late, you know what I'm saying, and then going to work. Y'all not like really like out here trying to get it for real. Some producers want to leech off of people like me and just like don't want to put in their own work, and I don't like that. The internet industry made people feel like, you know, what is this type of bird? What's up, man? I've never seen this type of bird before. Anyways, the internet like type of industry makes people feel like everything should just be handed to them. It's not real life, man. That's not real life. A lot of these artists that y'all love, they big now, but they put in a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where they was at. A lot of these producers that's big now, they put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. That's why they don't be doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's your time. First of all, your time is precious, so you don't want to waste your time with the wrong person, because that can mess you up too. You wasting your time trying to help this person and they not even working hard themselves. You want to put your time in with the right person. If you put your time with the wrong person, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. I'm trying to tell y'all, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, damn, bro, I should have just diversified and worked with this person, or I should have spread my stuff out while I just sat with this one person. Like, you're gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying? But everything is a learning experience, you know? You don't never lose. Everything just, if you ever go through something and you feel like, damn, I lost that time. Nah, you ain't lose. You just learned something. Everything is a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience, man. But yeah, you gotta have a strong mind. You can't let people try to tell you about yourself as far as like who you are and this and that. Because a lot of these people don't even know who you are and what you're trying to do. You can't be running around telling everybody your vision that they never even did what you did, but you run around telling them everything you trying to do. Like, stop doing that, because they gonna be like, no, that's too hard and nobody has done that before, and you know, that's, you know how many people trying to do that, and da da da. Stop telling these people what you trying to do, because they always gonna try to shut you down. You feel what I'm saying? They not gonna, you know, try to support or nothing. They gonna be like, those are the type of people like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that type people. And you gotta watch out for them type people, because they are the dream killers. If I would have listened to them people when I was in freaking high school or a couple years ago or whatever, like, I wouldn't be doing jack. I'll be still working a job, pissed that I didn't take a chance or anything. That's what y'all need to do. Make sure you hold whatever dream you're trying to do, whether you're producing, whether you're an artist, whether you're whatever you're trying to do. Don't be telling your dreams to small-minded people, bro, because they will shut you down with the quickness and you're gonna be all sad and depressed. So don't do it. Just keep it on the hush until they see it. Then you ain't gotta tell them jack. Like, they gonna see it. Then they're gonna be like, oh, wow, congratulations, da 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 da. Yeah, nigga, you wasn't trying to believe in me before. You feel what I'm saying? But I appreciate it. But yeah, don't be running around telling everybody y'all business, because people don't understand. Like, when you're trying to do something special out of the ordinary, they're not gonna understand, because it's out of the ordinary. It's not normal. There's a lot of things with this that I can keep on saying, but I think I'm gonna do this more, you know what I'm saying? And this will be something that I'll do, and like talking, you know, trying to give my thoughts and how I think about my music and just the industry and what I'm doing. And then, you know, I'll show some vlogs of me in the studio, artists too, and making beats and giving advice, you know, on the music industry. But yeah, man, make sure you like and subscribe and support me along my journey of just, you know, give my thoughts to y'all. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Peace.